I'm here with John Vaughan, number 50 senior for the Kellyville Ponies. You play offensive tackle and defensive end. Which do you prefer, offense or
No,
defense?
defense 100%. Deconstruction's better than construction.
Good way to put it. But speaking of offense, I've noticed you guys this year. You guys are creating some massive holes for the. You got three running backs that can take it to the house any play. Um, but you guys have been creating holes you could literally drive a car through. Um, and you give Colton Ayers great protection when he drops back to pass. And you guys seem a little bit bigger this year on the line than you did last year. Maybe not the year before. Um, Maybe a little bit more beef up there and a little stronger. But and the thing with being a lineman, you're a blue collar worker. You know, you're doing the work. But you guys have consistently performed or overperformed. Um, I mean, Kellyville is the leading scoring offense in the state of Oklahoma, 11-man football. So it's got to feel good as a lineman to know that hey, um, what are you the only senior on the line?
I mean, we got Andy and Garrett coming in at tight end, but offensive line-wise without tight ends, yeah.
And defense, Garrett Reed's a senior.
Also, Austin is too.
So you think that may be the difference between this year and last year? Just the senior knowledge and the leadership and experience?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we've come together a lot more this year too.
Yeah, you seem the line as a whole on both sides of the ball seem like you're playing as a unit. It's kind of like you guys are joined at the hip or something or at the shoulder.
We're on the same brain frequency.
There you go. I notice a lot of times, most games between plays, especially on defense, you're standing there at the line of scrimmage. What's going through your mind? Because you're standing there like you're waiting. You're impatient. Are you impatient waiting for the next play?
I just want another play.
All right. What would you like to see the legacy from this particular team after you graduate?
Bunch of hard-working kids know how to do the right thing.
Speaking of graduating, what are your plans after you graduate from Kellyville High School? Would you like to play next level football? Would you?
I'd like to.
Well, there you go, folks. He's a hard worker and he's fairly athletic. And Andy thinks he's dumb, but he's pretty strong. Um, what are your expectations for the rest of the season? I mean, you guys are right now 4-0 heading into a pretty tough game against Millwood. Have a chance to be 5-0. Is that what you want to? Would you like to go the whole season undefeated, or?
That's the goal every year.
And do I ask Andy the same question. Millwood's a smaller, faster team. Do you mentally prepare different for them, or you just line up and go play?
I'll line up and go play. I don't care if he's 200 pounds, 150 pounds. I'm still going to try and blow him back.
Yeah, that's something Rob just brought up. At Mounds, well, you did an onside kick against Caney Valley, and at Mounds you kicked it deep, and you were by far the first one down. You were about 10 or 15 yards further ahead of everybody else. They couldn't believe how fast you were.
I got some wheels for being fat. I mean, I'm not fast. I'm kind of quick. I'm faster than Andy Jones.
He threw it down, Andy. Yeah, and you guys haven't punted but maybe 5 times all season. Last season when you guys punted, of course the long snapper is considered a defenseless player, and every once in a while a linebacker chip you, try to hit you when you went by, but most of the time you were the first one down, and that's got to be frightening for a punt returner to be standing there with the ball coming and you.
Where that fat kid running down.
What's your 40 time? I think everybody would like to know. Do they have to get out a sundial, or can they do that with a stopwatch?
Some days, sundial, you know. Depends on how many cheeseburgers I eat, I guess.
Yeah, we'll get into your food consumption at another time. Maybe we'll have a big post game wrap up or postseason wrap up with you guys and get everybody set down. But well, man, good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Go get them.
Thank you.
Be 5-0.
Yeah.